Let's try this one. How's that? So welcome everyone this evening. I am delighted to see so many folks out here tonight for the first of the Longmont Museum's 23rd annual summer concert series. My name is Eric Mason. I'm the director here at the museum. I've got a few folks to thank. The Scientific and Cultural Facilities District, Philip Ferranti, who helped sponsor this series, and of course, our members. How many folks here are members of the Longmont Museum? Awesome. Thank you all so much. We could not do this without you. You may have noticed that we are not at the Longmont Museum. This may come as a surprise. If you think you're there, well, check again. We are in the midst of a major expansion project, and the first phase of that is the complete renovation and reconstruction of our outdoor courtyard. This fall, we're going to have some wonderful concerts and events in that new courtyard, so stay tuned for more announcements about that. But this summer, we're going to be taking the museum out to the streets. So you all get 2 more chances to see concerts in other city parks. Our expansion campaign is moving forward. We are super excited that we have raised 86% of the funds we need to complete the project, which is an expansion of the Children's Gallery, a new flexible gallery, and a great new entrance for the museum. That hopefully will be done by 2026, so stay tuned for more information on that. Also want to point out we've got some concessions for sale, drinks, chips, and so forth. And also we've got staff circulating through the crowds that are asking a few questions about upcoming exhibits that we'd like to do. So if you have a chance, please help us out. Now, I am delighted to introduce a great band that we have this evening. This is the 101st Army Hot 7 and the Mountain Brass. Please welcome them.
Do you guys know what's popping up there?
Yes.
Okay, could you stop it?
Yes.
down or drive down to New Orleans. That city, so pretty, historic seas. I'll take you, parade you down Bourbon Street. There'll be lots of hot spots. You'll see all those big shots down on Bourbon Street.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. We are the 101st Army Hot 7 from your Colorado National Guard. After we're done, we're going to have the mountain brass up here, so you won't want to go far. We're glad to be able to play for you folks in Longmont. If you want to dance, stand up and dance, that'd be fine. You can groove in your seats. Whatever you do is awesome, but we're going to have a good time either way. My grandma and your grandpa were sitting by the fire. My grandma told your grandpa, I'm gonna set your tail on fire. Talking about hey now,
Hey now,
hey now,
hey now.
Ico ane, Giacomo fino a nane, Giacomo fino a ne. Don't you see my flag boy all dressed in red? Iko, Iko, Ane. I bet you $5 he could knock you dead. Iko, Iko, Ane. Talking about hey now,
Hey now,
hey now.
hey now.
Iko, Iko, Ane. Giacomo Fino, Anane. Giacomo Finane. I'm up here in this suit of green. Iko, Iko, Ane. If you get one, you'll look real keen. Iko, Iko, Ane. Talking about hey now, hey now. Iko, Iko, Ane. Giacomo Fino, Anane. Giacomo Finane. And your flag boy was sitting on the pyre. My flag boy told your flag boy, I'm gonna set your flag on fire. Talking about hey now,
Hey now,
hey now.
hey now.
Iko, Iko, Ane. Giacomo Fino, Anane. Giacomo Finane. One more time, hey now,
Hey now,
hey now.
hey now.
Iko, Iko, Ane. Giacomo Fino, Anane. Giacomo Finane. Thanks, folks. That's a lot of fun. Appreciate you sticking around even in the weather. So I'm Sergeant First Class Nathaniel Johnson, and I have been doing this for the Army for 35 years. I enlisted when I was 2. What? Closer to 3, okay. So one of the things I love about the Army, it's not just the great music, which we do have a lot of fun. It's not just the benefits and the pay, which are good. I think somebody will tell you about that later. It's just the camaraderie we have. You know, everybody has each other's backs. You saw I had some equipment problems, and my friends over there helped me out. So thank you, friends. So, friends, yes, it's about friends. when those saints
Now when the saints
go marching in.
go marching in,
Now when those saints go marching in.
go marching in.
I wanna be in that number when those saints go marching in. Now when this
Now
band
when the band
begins to play.
begins to play,
Now when this band begins to play.
begins to play,
I wanna be in that number when Paul Royal Grimes needs some cha-cha on us. Do it.
though he was hokey. He took her down to Chinatown, taught her how to bang the gong around. Howdy, 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 howdy.
Howdy, 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 howdy.
Howdy, howdy, howdy,
Howdy, howdy, howdy, ho.
howdy, howdy, howdy,
Howdy, howdy, howdy, howdy.
howdy, howdy, howdy,
Howdy, howdy, howdy, ho.
Sergeant Johnson. That's. I know you were. Okay. I know you're about to play an amazing solo. I'm sure. I know. Everybody knows, right? But I think I'd like to do a little competition. So I'd like to see if we can get you all to sing our Heidi, 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 Hi that you just heard earlier. I'm going to teach it to you all right now. It's really easy. Just follow me and get ready to sing. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Heidi, 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 Hi. Odi, 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 oh. Odi, 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 oh. Odi, 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 oh. All right, that's it. That's all you need to do. But, you know, we got a nice audience here, some people all the way in the back. So we're going to take everyone here over. You're going to be side A with Sergeant Royal Grimes, Chief Roberts, and First Sergeant Burns. And everyone over here, you're going to be side B, which is the best side, with myself, Sergeant Johnson, and Miss McCallum. So, Sergeant Royal Grimes, I know side B is going to be amazing. Show me what you and your side have.
All right, so side A, I know we can do better than side B. They're B for basic. We are side A, the A team. Are you ready? Show them what we can do. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Howdy, 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 howdy. Holy, 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 ho. Howdy, 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 howdy. Holy, 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 ho. Yeah.
Side B, could you hear anything? I couldn't up here. So let's show them how it's done, all right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Howdy, 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 howdy. Howdy, 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 ho. Howdy, 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 howdy. Howdy, 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 ho. Woo! That's how it's done, side B.
Well, if that's the way it's done, we don't want to do it. No, watch this. Here we go. Side A, bring it. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Howdy, 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 howdy. Yeah, howdy, howdy, ho. Howdy, 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 howdy. Howdy, 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 ho. Yeah!
That was better. I could hear you this time, so it was better. But I think side B is even louder. Let's be 3 times as loud as them. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Howdy, 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 howdy. Howdy, 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 ho. Howdy, 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 howdy. Howdy, 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 ho. Yeah, side B.
All right. We've got this. Here we go. 1, 2.
Hey, hold on, Sergeant. I know you could do this all night.
I could do this all night.
I know. I don't know if I could, but you could do it all night.
I could do this forever.
However, I think now that we know it and we're so good, I think we could bring everyone back together and be so loud. Maybe we'll set some car alarms off by the barn. What do you think?
I think that sounds like teamwork, Sergeant.
Ooh, let's go,
All right.
everybody. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Howdy, 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 howdy. Howdy, 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 ho. 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 Poor man, poor man, poor man. Great job, everybody. Give yourselves all a good round of applause. That was great. And actually, it was so good, I think we're going to take you on tour with us. So if everybody would raise their right hand and repeat after me. No, seriously, we're not. I won't recruit you here. I am a recruiter full-time for the Guard, and I get to do this awesome part-time job of being with the band. And being in the Guard has been kind of one of the best things that I could have ever done. I enlisted while I was a student at CU Boulder, and left to go complete all the training, and what it's done for me and my family is phenomenal. So, you know, if you or someone you know is interested in joining the Army National Guard, it's really the premier way and place to serve your community, right? We respond to natural disasters, wildfires, floods. We do search and rescue. And there's a lot of great benefits for your family and insurance. You pay for college, any public university in the state. So some of you are perhaps on the little bit older side, but you might know someone who isn't, who would be interested in serving their country and their community. There's over 80 different jobs in the Army National Guard here in Colorado. I think being a musician is the best one. So if you're musically inclined, we'd love to talk to you. And whether or not you're interested in the Army National Guard or not, we do have a table and a tent set up with some of our soldiers, so feel free to come say hi, talk about the Army National Guard. We've got some goodies to give away, and we love to interact with you after our portion of the show or right now with the mountain brass that'll be going on next. So thank you very much, and again, keep that enthusiasm up.
Good evening, folks. My name is Chief Warrant Officer 3, Eric Roberts. I'm actually the newest member of the Hot 7, which is the group that's in front of you here this evening. Thanks, guys. So Staff Sergeant Dupuis, he mentioned there's a lot of opportunities, a lot of adventures, a lot of training you get in the National Guard. And Sergeant First Class Johnson mentioned how you create lifelong, lasting relationships, which is fantastic. For me, I've kind of jumped around a little bit. I started in the band, went to the infantry, went over to the dark side of aviation, and now I've been pulled back to where I belong here with the band. Something, though, that we haven't mentioned is that there are some challenges that go along with being a guardsman. So we get the privilege of serving our state and our country, although sometimes that does mean being away from home. And so I just want to share a quick story about a challenge that my family and I faced a couple years back. It was my second deployment. I landed in Afghanistan December 25th, so Christmas Day, 2017. And the difference between this deployment and my previous deployment is now I was married, and my beautiful wife, who's back there somewhere, was 6 months pregnant with our first kid. And so we were going to be separated for a total of 9 months. And a couple days after we landed in country, I was taxiing our airplane out in the dark, the middle of the night, and all the lights are off. We just have our taxi light on, so that way we keep the plane on the pavement. And as we take off, we bring our landing gear up, we fly out into the darkness, into kind of an uncertain future. And that was one of over 150 combat missions I flew with the Special Operations in Afghanistan. And something that made that a little bit easier was that I was able to communicate with my wife back home. So technology's come a long way. We're able to FaceTime, we can do phone calls in different booths and things like that. So I was able to be as much as possible home. However, there were some soldiers, airmen, Marine, sailors that were in kind of remote operating bases, and they didn't have that luxury. So they were still communicating via letters. And so the Black Hawk helicopters, they would do a ring route, and they would go around and they'd pick up the letters from the service members to bring them back home, and then they would get the letters and deliver them to the service members. And so I just want to encourage everyone to not take for granted the ease that we have of communicating with our loved ones, those we care about, shooting texts, making phone calls. It's so easy, and you don't realize that you're missing something until you don't have that luxury. And so make those phone calls, shoot those texts. Thanks so much for coming out and supporting the 101st Army Band.
She walked to the mailbox on that bright summer's day, found a letter from her son in a war far away. He spoke of the weather and good friends that he'd made. Said, I've been thinking about Dad and the life that he had. That's why I'm here today. And at the end he said, you are what I'm fighting for. It was the first of his letters from war. And she started writing, you're good and you're brave. What a father that you'll be someday. Make it home, make it safe. She wrote every night as she prayed. Then late in December, a day she'll not forget, her tears stained the paper with every word that she read. It said, I was up on a hill, I was out there alone when the shots all rang out and bombs were exploding. That's when I saw him, he came back for me. And though he was captured, a man set me free. And that man was your son. He asked me to write to you. I told him I would, oh I swore. It was the last of the letters from war. And she prayed he was living, kept on believing, and wrote every night just to say, you are good and you're brave. What a father that you'll be someday. Make it home, make it safe. And so she kept writing each day. Then 2 years later, autumn leaves all around. A car pulled in the driveway and she fell to the ground. And out stepped a captain where her boy used to stand. He said, Mom, I'm following orders from all of your letters, and I've come home again. He ran in to hold her, dropped all his bags on the floor, holding all of her letters from war. Holding all of her letters from war.
Well, good evening, folks. Thank you so much again for being here. My name is Warrant Officer 1, Kelsey McCallum, and I'm going to be really honest. When I first joined, I was 19 years old, and the only thing on my mind was, how am I going to pay for college and maybe make some extra money? And my dad told me about this opportunity, and I was like, wow, I get to do this part-time, and then they're going to give me all these benefits. This sounds great. So that was the main reason I joined. And so I go through basic training, and then I go to the Army School of Music, and I get back to our unit and go on our first tour with the band. And I remember we were up in Loveland, just up the road, and it was just like a perfect summer night. You know, you could see Long's Peak, and the sun was setting. And as we're warming up and getting ready, I see an older gentleman start to shuffle into the auditorium. And as he gets closer, I see that he's wearing a World War II veteran cap. So instantly in my brain, I was like, wow, I bet that guy has some stories. So as he's coming in, I notice he's really struggling, and he barely makes it into his seat right there in the front row, kind of off to the side. And so right as we start the drum roll for the national anthem, I look over and I notice he is trying with all of his might to stand up to pay honor to his country, but he's really struggling to stand. And I see a couple other people with their veteran hats rush over to him and lift him out of his chair so that he can stand and salute the American flag. And as the concert goes on, I start to notice more people go to sit by this gentleman. And by the time we get to the Armed Forces salute, he is surrounded by the members of his community. And when he stands up for the Army song, he has his whole community standing behind him, cheering for him, and clapping. And for me as a 19-year-old, that was when it hit. I was like, this is, yes, the benefits are great, but this is about our community and our incredible community that we have here in Colorado and giving back to that community. And so I know sometimes, especially now, it seems like we're just so divided and people are so angry sometimes, but I have to believe that the work that we do here and that we continue to do in our communities is what's going to keep us together. And I just have to keep that dream alive, that somehow we are going to continue to make our state and our community a better place.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, bright sunny days and dark sacred nights, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Thank you very much, Longmont. We are the 101st Army Hot 7. Don't go far. We're going to have the Mountain Brass up here, and they're really going to kick things off for you very shortly. Enjoy the rest of the show.
We are the 101st Army Mountain Brass, part of the 101st Army Band of your Colorado National Guard. I'm Kraft. That over there is Michael, Doug, Tom, Devin, Paul, Mike, Joseph, Lauren, and Tyler. Let's go.
Hi, everybody. I'm Sergeant Young. I'm a little out of breath, so bear with me. This takes a lot of air. So this next song, it reminds me of my own experience as a soldier. A long time ago, I was at Garden of the Gods with one of my old units, and all of a sudden, this little boy just kind of walks up to me, and in his hand, he hands me a little trinket, a little challenge coin. For those of you in the military, you know we give those to each other when people do exciting things. But, at the time, I didn't realize it, but this challenge coin to this little boy was very, very important. It said, support our soldiers on it. I have it right here. Sorry, I got to reach deep. But you guys have seen this before. So after that little boy left, his mom walks up to me, and she says, thank you for doing that. He just lost his dad in Afghanistan. And so now today, I have 4 little kids of my own, and I just think about the way that other folks perceive us and how much greater they think they are, or we are, than we even think we ourselves could be. So this next song is called POV by Ariana Grande.
All right, we hope everybody's having a good time because we definitely are, if you can't already tell. You probably recognize this next one, so please clap along with us. It's pretty simple. You'll get the gist. It's going to be great, all right? I can make your hands clap. We can make your hands clap, make you raise them up. We'll put on a show. We are the mountain brass. We're laying down a groove, don't you know? We're out in Longmont and in Lime and Greeley for Morgan Co. We want that good life. It's a good life. Yeah, we know that's our goal. And you don't even know. I can make your hands clap. I can make your hands clap.
Hey, once again, I'm Kraft, and this is the 101st Army Mountain Brass, part of the 101st Army Band of your Colorado National Guard. Be sure to check us out. Be sure to check us out online at 101starmyband.com. That's 101STArmyband.com. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube at 101st Army Band. As National Guard members, we serve part-time. That's 1 weekend a month and 2 weeks a year. This allows us to serve our country while still pursuing a full-time civilian career. And in addition to the country, as National Guard, we get to serve communities within our state. In fact, Doug, who you heard earlier on trombone, has supported, been on missions to support both. He was on a mission to support, provide support for the COVID-19 response, and for the country, he provided security for the president's inauguration. Thank you, Doug. In fires, floods, blizzards, and other disasters, every member of the Colorado National Guard stands ready to serve our communities.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you for coming out tonight. I had a really quick story that I wanted to share with you. A couple weeks ago, there was a wonderful, amazing singer-songwriter here. I think she was at Red Rocks, Stevie Nicks. And I find myself at my point in my life now at the same place that she was back in 1973. She was in Aspen, Colorado, and she felt like everything had just exploded around her. She was also the same age as me at that time. And she just had so many different ways she could go, so many different ways she couldn't go anymore, and she just was stuck. And me, myself, I'm a teacher, I'm a guardsman, and I'm also kind of stuck. So this next song is kind of my connection to her. took my love and I took it down. I climbed a mountain and I turned around, and I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills where the landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my life? I don't know. Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, children get older, and I'm getting older too. So well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, children get older, and I'm getting older too. So take this love, take it down. Oh, if you climb a mountain and you turn around, and if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, will the landslide bring it down? And if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, well, maybe the landslide will bring it down. Well, the landslide will bring it down. Thank you so much.
Thank you once again, Longmont and Longmont Museum, for having us out. Have a great night, guys.
Let's hear it one more time for the 101st Army Band. Thank you all for coming out and braving the drizzle and the rain, etc. We'll be back with another pop-up concert in a park at Collier Park next time on July 10th, and we'll have Denver Tycho. So if you want to hear some big, loud drumming, show up at Collier Park on July 10th. See you then. Thanks for coming out. Maybe see you at the Longmont Museum one of these.